Lana, welcome back to YogaYin. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today I'm going to take you through a sequence for fertility. This sequence is for a student who's been trying to conceive for the last 3 years. She's 37, and so we're going to be working on egg quality for her because we think that is an issue. She also suffers from migraines and asthma, so there's going to be something in this sequence for both of those conditions. But she's also suffering from very short and flooding periods, which are regular, but they're very, very heavy for a couple of days and then they stop completely. So we're going to try and lengthen that period for her and also reduce that flooding so she can cope with the periods. We suspect there may be adenomyosis, but she hasn't been tested for it yet. So both the migraines and the flooding periods suggest there is a hormonal imbalance here. We're going to be working specifically with that today. So if that's your situation, hormonal imbalance, this is going to be a great sequence for you. If you would like a sequence of your own for your own personal issues, please do contact me on Facebook or my email, alana@yogayin.com.au. I am booked up till September, so if you would like a personalised sequence this year, please get in contact with me ASAP. And thanks for subscribing. Namaste. Hari Om. So for this sequence, we're going to start at the end of our mats in a kneeling position. Don't worry if you find a kneeling position difficult, because we're not going to stay here for long. Okay, what I want you to do is just settle your breath. So when you're ready, we're going to come to standing on the knees hip distance apart. And I want you to inhale, raise your arms here, palms facing forward, and exhale. We're going to float down into an extended balasana pose of a child. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then inhale to raise and exhale to lower. Come with me again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale this time and exhale. Beautiful. This is going to be really good just for reducing heat in the body, working with those migraines, starting to deal with the hormonal imbalance. Inhaling again. Exhaling, folding forward, stretching the arms out. And this time we're going to inhale, sweep into a cat pose. On all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, inner elbows turned in towards each other. Inhale and open out the throat. Exhale and curl through the spine, drop the head. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to curl. Inhaling to open. And exhale and curl. One more, inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Inhale now and exhale back to extended child's pose and rest. Inhale, come all the way back up. Beautiful. We're now going to bring that into a flowing sequence. So we're going to come into Balasana and then into cat and then into downward dog. So when you're ready, I want you to stand on your knees again. And inhale and exhale. Flow forward. And inhale into cat. And exhale, curl through the spine. Inhale here, step your hands forward, spread your fingers nice and wide, and come up onto the toes, downward dog, walking through the feet. Releasing out, the kidney meridian runs down the back, the center of the legs. Easy does it, one at a time. We want to be really mindful with this sequence to be nurturing of the body, not forcing it. Inhaling now, dropping the knees so that the shins are parallel with the mat, lifting the hips high in the air, and coming down, and then just holding this for 6 deep breaths. Let the belly be free. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, walk your hands up to your feet. Fold forward, drop the head. Gently twist from side to side. Coming back to center, softening the knees and rolling all the way up. Shoulders, neck and head are the last to come up. Beautiful. Come to the center of your mat, facing me now. Grounding down through your feet. Finding Tadasana or mountain pose. Lifting up the toes and spreading them, planting them down, lifting up the heels. Plant the heels down. Just gently take your weight backwards and forwards. And find that spot where you can stand for a long time. Soften your knees. Draw the knees in towards one another. See if you can contract the inner thigh. And that'll bring the pelvis into alignment. Tuck the tailbone under. Drop through the sides of the body rather than the belly. Keep the belly nice and soft for fertility. Arms are strong but soft. Sthira but sukha. Chin is just gently coming into alignment so that the eyes can look straight ahead. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Drawing strength from this pose of a mountain. And then I want you to focus your gaze on a spot in front of you, either on the floor or the wall, and shift your weight over to your left foot. And we're going to come into Vrksasana, tree pose, with the foot either beneath the knee. Beautiful, and then we're going to bring our hands to prayer. Strong like a mountain. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, take them out to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release them down. And then release the foot. Walk through the feet. Ground down now through the right foot. Pick up the left either beneath the knee or up into the groin. Finding your spot. Hands to prayer. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And releasing. And walking through the feet. Inhaling, reach the arms up and over the head. And exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana. Bring your weight forward over your toes. Take hold of the backs of the legs if that's comfortable for you, or slide your hands underneath your feet. Bring your weight forward. Breathe into the back of the body, into the lungs. And on each exhalation, let go. One more deep breath. And then release. And again inhale. All the way back up the body. Coming back to Tadasana. Step your feet out nice and wide now. Turning that right foot out, aiming to have the right heel coming to the center of the back foot. But if that doesn't work for your body, shift that back foot. Twisting your hips towards the center, we're going to come into Trikonasana. So inhaling from the heart to the fingertips and exhaling, folding over that leg. Trikonasana being a beautiful pose for fertility. Bring the other hand to the hip, look up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for your neck. If not, look forwards. Raise the arm, and you can either bring your fingertips to the floor or just stay up on the leg, but no weight in that hand. Working right into the liver meridian. One more breath. And then inhale here and exhale, look down. Inhale, come back to center. Swap over to the other side. Inhaling from the heart to the fingertips again, and exhaling, fold from the hip, either placing the hand on the leg or coming all the way down. Taking the other arm to the hip, raising it high in the air, looking up towards the sand. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling all the way back up to center, and then just releasing the arms, turning the toes out to the side, round of Qigong, raising the arms, sweeping the earth, release the head, and then just let go. But very gently and mindfully. Don't want to create any more heat in the body. And this time, we're just going to release here, keep the knees bent. Turn the toes towards the front of your mat, weight forward over the toes, and then again roll all the way up through the spine, slowly, mindfully. And we're going to come down to our mat in pose of a child. Okay, so we're going to come into pose of a child, but I want you to use a big thick pillow or even a couple of pillows for this one. This is going to be a really relaxing restorative pose. So I want you to take your knees out to the side and then gently lay your body down. Tucking the forearms in. And then just resting the head to one side. Allowing the belly to be free. Deep breath down to the belly, down to the womb. Couple more deep breaths here. And then just reach your arms out over those pillows. Really letting go. And then gently walk your hands back in, taking your pillows to one side. We're going to work with a pose called Ustrasana, Camel pose. This pose is quite a challenging pose. It's actually very good both for flooding periods and for asthma. But if you're not familiar with it, I want you to take it very easy. And we're going to begin by just bringing the hands to prayer, placing them on the mat and just popping your forehead on those hands. Knees a little way apart. And when you're ready, I want you to inhale. I'm going to raise those arms up and over their head, keeping them in prayer. And then exhale, we're gently going to come into a back bend. And inhale, come back. And exhale, release. So we're going to flow into the pose. Inhaling. And this time we're going to bring our hands to support our lower back and exhale. And inhale back to center. And exhale and release. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good, we're going to do 2 more rounds. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, take it back as far as you're comfortable. Inhale. And exhale. We're not going to hold the full pose here because it will overheat the body. So just rest for a couple of deep breaths. Feel the heartbeat return to normal. When you're ready, inhale and release it. And I want you to take a blanket or a flat pillow. Place it underneath your buttocks. Extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to fold forward into Paschimottanasana. So what I want you to do is point your toes straight up in the air, working with the kidney meridian. Inhale, raise the arms up and over your head, and exhale, fold forward. I want you to take hold wherever you're comfortable, and if you need to bend up your knees here and release, do so. From wherever you are, inhale, come up and out of the hips, and then exhale. Just extend your body over the legs, and I want you to use your breath. Any tension in the back, release it now. Keep the belly nice and soft. The key to this pose is your exhalation. Beautiful. Inhale, reach forward. Come up and out of the hips. Take your blanket and just pop it to one side. And then lying all the way down on the back, hugging the knees into the belly. Beautiful. And now I want you to take a strap, if you have it, or just use a scarf, that's fine. And we're going to work with extending our legs and working into the liver meridian again. Really working now with controlling the flooding and also working with fertility. So if you can slide your hand all the way under your lower back, then I want you to bend up that left knee and place your foot flat on the floor. If you can extend that leg and only just put your hand underneath your back, I want you to keep it extended. Beautiful. Place your strap around the right foot and just straighten that leg, bring it in towards your body with your right hand. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale, open it out to the side. Keep your left hand over your left hip just to make sure your buttock doesn't roll off the mat. If you can feel a lot of tension at the inner thigh, just use your exhalation. Inhale, bring that leg back to center. Bring it in towards the body. And then release it all the way down to your mat and just see if you can feel the difference in the two sides of the body. The right hip to the toe feels a little looser. And then either bend up your right knee if you did with your left, or keep it extended and place your strap around your left foot. And again, bring that leg in towards the body. And then inhale and exhale, take it out to the side. Place your right hand over your right hip. And then inhale, bring it back. And then release it off. Just lie in full Shavasana. Should feel really good. When you're ready, bend your knees into your belly. Gently roll off to one. So working with the 11th meridian is going to help us with the migraines as well as the flooding, because it's just going to help to rebalance the hormonal system. We're going to come into Viparita Karani now, legs up the wall. Okay, so when you're ready, I want you to place your blanket halfway along your mat. That's going to go underneath your head. And then I want you to come into this pose from the side angle, buttocks against the wall, legs all the way up the wall. And it should feel very comfortable for you. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring the tips of our thumbs and our forefingers together, Yoni Mudra. Mudra we always use in fertility yoga. And then we're going to gently just bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to come out to the side. This is Supta Baddha Konasana, against the wall. Close your eyes. Deep breath down into the belly. Feel the hands on the belly rise as you inhale. As you exhale, gently draw back to the spine. When you're ready to release your legs, extend one and then the other against the wall. Allow the blood to flow back from the legs down into the womb. And if you have the time, you can stay in this position for up to 10 minutes. Always beautiful to practice this just before bed. But for our purposes, and if you're limited for time, we're going to bend the knees and gently roll off to the side. I want you to take a couple of deep breaths here. And then make your way back to a comfortable seated or kneeling position. Beautiful. We're going to close this practice with one last technique, and that is Brahmari breath or honeybee breath. Brahmari is specifically to calm the nervous system. It's a very good hormonal balancer because it has a direct effect on the nervous system, which affects our endocrine or hormonal system. Also very good for migraine and very good for asthma. So it's a bit of an all-rounder, this pose. Looks a bit silly. What we're going to do is we're going to just place our forefingers in our ears. So just watch me to begin with. All I'm going to do is inhale here and then exhale. But when I exhale, I'm going to exhale and hum. Just like so. So when you're ready, come with me. We'll do 5 rounds and then bring our palms to our lap. Inhaling. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring your left palm on top of right, tips of the thumbs together. And now tune into the way your body is feeling. Just notice if the body is feeling different at the end of the practice than it did at the beginning. And taking a sense of peace and calm and renewed hope through with you into the rest of your day. Namaste. So that is our yoga for hormonal balance, in particular reducing heat in the body, working with migraine, working with asthma, and working with reducing flooding periods and extending the length of the period. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you would like a sequence of your own, if there are issues that you would like me to work with, please contact me on Facebook.